Hello and welcome to JLJ this morning live. Yes, it's Memorial Day. I can't get that out. I'm drinking my coffee. Memorial Day, and I decided to come on. Yes, I'm still kind of on vacation, so to speak, whatever that means. And I am here, and I decided to come on and talk to you guys. I'm setting up the live chat just in case somebody wants to say hello. I don't know who's up, who's doing what's going on. It's a holiday for some, for others, it's not. It's another day in the week. I don't have a kind of job where it's like there's holidays. It's kind of like, oh, okay, you just go on or don't go on. But I'm here with crazy hair. My hair, I just washed it, so it's kind of flat at the moment. I'm here this morning. Before I begin talking, I want about anything else. I want to give my full attention to all the veterans who lost their lives defending our country or working humanitarian efforts, making the world safer, because them doing what they do allows me to do what I do here in America. And I do appreciate that very much. And to give the ultimate sacrifice to serve and protect our country, our borders, other countries, I think it's a very noble. For some people, it's a calling, and to lose your life while doing it, that's to me that's the ultimate sacrifice. Hello from Holland. My family is Dutch, so I'm from Amersfoort, and last name Van Putten. But I want to make sure I say that for sure. And also to all the veterans who are here back at home, they should get whatever we give them. We should give them whatever they need. They need services, they need housing, they need medical assistance. There's a lot of PTSD, a lot of suicide. They need a lot of injuries. Go online and find like the Wounded Warriors Project and Tickets for Troops and places like that help them as they come back. I don't think we do enough for them for what they do for us. So that's kind of my mini soapbox. But I'm all about our armed forces who do actually do some great things to out there. So let's make sure I say that. Anybody who's watching who's served, thank you for your service. Anybody who's lost someone, I'm here with you in spirit. I see some folks here. We have someone from Holland. We have Nathan from San Francisco. I used to live in San Francisco. My family is from Holland. I used to live in San Francisco. I hear Kirsten's in here. I decided to come on for a little bit because I was going to talk about a few things that I brought up yesterday. So I know folks saw a lot of help that's out there right now. The title is "Yes, I'm Fat Again," and I use all those words on purpose. It's meant to kind of maybe a little jarring, maybe, and in your face, but also to bring attention to, the elephant in the room, so to speak. My shirt. Somebody has my shirt. My shirt is not meant to be nasty or anything. It's an actual place. If you're in some parts of the Midwest, it's a gas station and store called Come and Go. You come in, it's like a 7-Eleven or Circle K. There are a whole bunch of them in the Midwest. I got this one. I was in Iowa, in Des Moines, Iowa. So that's why I went to Trader Joe's this morning, so I just came on wearing this. So it's nothing nasty. It's supposed to be something. It's just what they are. So this morning I'm wearing shorts that I couldn't wear before. I gained the COVID 60 or whatever pounds last year, and I started feeling ashamed about it. And I thought, why am I feeling ashamed about it? What happened. You can't sit and judge yourself. And see, I should have did this last year. I call it a lost year. Last year was a very strange year for all of us. So I feel like everyone gets a pass wherever they are now due to last year. There are a lot of mental, emotional things that we've never been through before, including myself. There's a point in my life where I felt like I wasn't going to go outside ever again. I mean, there was a point where it was like, if you remember, especially here in LA, there was a lockdown. I'm drinking some of my coffee. My voice is all going out. There was a lockdown. We couldn't go anywhere. And if maybe guys who follow me on other social media, I'm always out and about. I had jobs where I was on set or I was organizing. All that shut down. I had none of that for at least 6-7 months. So for a lot of times, I was sitting in this chair right here, looking at this computer screen, looking at that computer screen, creating content, which is either writing stuff, recording, doing live stuff, researching. So I was doing a lot of sitting. I have a garden, and I was doing some gardening stuff. But going outside was also scary at one point because LA was really bad here. It was really bad here. And they were saying you catch it in the air. There was a lot. And I just couldn't get it. So I just a lot of the stuff, and also I had no money at one point. I had very little money, and I had very little money coming in. I had to figure out what to eat. So I ate whatever I was able to eat. You know, I didn't watch what I ate as heavily. I didn't go crazy about wild, but I just didn't go to Sprouts, or I didn't go to any stores actually when I was getting things delivered to me, but I didn't go to Whole Foods and get the higher end this to be fine. That's just like get some rice, get this where I got. I was just getting stuff because I had to survive. And I just didn't, and working out was not my priority. For some people, it was. Just like for some people, continuing their shows and content creation was not their priority. They were just trying to survive. That was my priority. I created a whole new network. I created 11, after all these shows, and I was all this stuff. So I was busy creating all that stuff for you guys and for myself. And that's kind of where my brain wasn't thinking about, well, let's get some food. And over the course of a year and a half, just about, I gained weight. And I noticed it a few months ago. Saw myself naked, and I was like, oh, I don't like it. And I did. I felt shame about it. I felt upset about it. And I thought, why am I doing that? Why am I torturing myself? Who cares? It's like, yeah, I gained some weight. Okay. And I mean, it happens. And I can lose it again. And so I've been on this keto-based diet. I've been losing it, and I've lost a bunch of weight. I say I have more to lose, but I'm actually beginning to wear clothes I couldn't wear. And that's my small victories I was talking about today. It was like I'm wearing clothes I couldn't zip up or button. Favorite clothes. I have some favorite shorts. I'm not going to show you right now. My favorite shorts. And I'm very happy I can wear them. And that's the small victory, because you just kind of, because I don't weigh myself every day. I'm not trying to lose 20 pounds in 1 week. I've decided to just make it a lifestyle change. And so I'm going to just drop the pounds gradually every week as we go. And then I will eventually get there. If you lose 2 pounds a week, I mean, in 1 year, you lost over 100 pounds. I mean, you think about it that way. So just keep going. And I don't have a end goal day. Every time I lose weight, I don't do this whole life. I'll make sure I lose. I want to be at 200 pounds by, I don't do any of that stuff either. I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea of what I want to look like. I have an idea of a poundage. I have an idea. I'm just not doing it. I didn't weigh myself for the whole month of May. I did May 3rd. I just weighed myself this morning. So I'm kind of like just taking my time with that too. I won't be obsessed with weight. There are a few things I have not given up that I'm eating anyway, but I am walking a lot more. I am doing more exercising. I'm back to organizing again. I've done some studio work, but not a lot. But I'm working on that too. So it's kind of like just kind of making those changes. It's a little tougher. I know the last couple of days I haven't had a real good dinner because of where I went out to eat. It was like limited what I could eat. I'm that person now. Can you do this? Can you substitute that? Can you add this? Can I take this off? Can I do this? Sometimes you guys just like, okay, I want I want the hamburger, I want the bun. Sometimes you do lettuce wrap sometimes. Sometimes they can't. You just take the bun off and say, well, you guys want to waste the bun. I hate wasting food. But I'm not going to fall for eating it anyway, because I hate wasting food. I do. Because I grew up eating waste food. You ate everything on your plate. I don't know if you guys out there did, but for me, it was like you didn't waste anything. We weren't rich. You had to eat the food. So, but I'm trying to do that to make myself. And someone asked me a question yesterday online. It was like, how do you not feel like crap and comparing yourself to other people? I don't care. I mean, it's not gonna be a hot boy summer here, a hot girl summer here. I mean, that's not gonna happen here. I'm not trying to get to a two-piece bikini in 2 months. I'm not trying to show off my body. I don't care about that kind of stuff. I feel like I'm older. I'm not in that group anymore. I'm not out there trying to impress anybody. I'm just trying to get healthier. Now, I did get hit on last week. It was kind of funny by somebody. So I guess, I mean, there is somebody for everybody. People like all sizes. There's the big movements. Big women, big men. There's a big, heftier movement that's happening out there too. That's fine too. To me, it's like, as long as you're happy. I'm not happy with the way I look because the way I feel uncomfortable. So I'm trying to get down to a place where I feel comfortable. If that makes any sense. I feel like it's just too much. I have some joint pain, some lower back pain, like that kind of stuff. I know it's because of the weight. So it's like once I get that down, that will dissipate and go away at least. So I'm trying to feel more comfortable in my skin. Once I feel more comfortable, then I'm good. And I'm not trying to get skinny. That's not even that either. But I was on my way, and a few people online were saying stuff like, "Well, wow, James, wow, you really gained weight. Or you're gonna die tomorrow." All this kind of stuff. Doesn't bother me. I did a song last year about that called "My Opinion Is the Only Opinion," about my haters. But I don't care. But it's like, no, let's just bring it all out. Yes, I have gained weight. It is not a secret. Not a secret. Because I'm trying to hide it. It's happened. But just know that I am working on it, and I'm working on to losing it again, and I will. I'm not even worried about it. I'm going to lose weight again. I'm going to lose it again to where I'm going to be comfortable and I'll be fine. But you have to celebrate the small victories. Again, I have some clothes that I've kept that I want to get back into again. So I'm in the back of the closet. They're there, and I'm going to wear them. So, and again, I'm wearing shorts that I couldn't wear before. I'm letting go. Oh my God, Mike Brown. Hi, Mike Brown. Come and go. I say from the Midwest. You know what this is. But I'm not naturally thin. I've always been a bigger guy. Always. I've always been a bigger guy my whole life. I have been thin before. My thinnest, I was 155 pounds. I look at those pictures. I'm like, I'm not the way I look then either. I was like too skinny. So I've always been a bigger guy, and I don't mind. I still want to have some meat on me. But I'm just gonna let everybody know. I'm not gonna feel shame for it. I'm not gonna have people shame me for it. Or everybody whisper behind my back, wow, he looks good, but 'cause I know from the neck up, everybody likes the way I look there. I look young, I know all stuff. And someone did say, well, he looks young because he's fat. It smooths out the wrinkles. But no, even when I was skinnier, I had no wrinkles. I have a few wrinkles up here. Hi, Phil's 5555. So I tell people that's not. I mean, maybe in some cases that is truth, but no, I'm black. We don't crack. That's why I look young. So not because I'm fat. That's not because of that. That doesn't happen. So, but yeah, so I heard that also. Took 3 years to lose her weight. And it takes time. And that's the thing. It's a lifestyle change. I have a friend, Anthony Elder, it's not about losing weight. You're not going to lose. It's about dropping. It's about letting go. He always says letting go. I'm letting go of weight, of certain weight. I think that's the point. It's like it's just kind of don't look at anybody else. Don't see what anybody else is doing. Find what's best for you. And my sister and I are doing it together, so we do have that kind of. It kind of helps having a person sympathize with you and go out with you. It's a tough thing, but it's like don't let anybody else dictate to you what's going. Everybody has their own plan. Everybody has their own way. Everybody has their own journey. Everybody has their own way they want to do it. Some folks are thin. They just are, and they can't help it. It's just the way they're built. Sometimes some people's metabolisms are better than others. You can't compare yourself to other people. You just can't. Um, I've always been very active, big or small. That has not stopped me. Older, younger, doesn't stop me. I have a lot of energy still. I do, as you know, I do a lot of stuff. I still do. Side note, if you haven't seen my the latest article on me, it's actually a really good interview with dailyplanetdc.com. I'm on the front page. It is it's a Jimmy Reno. You can go to his pages to Jimmy Reno Music everywhere. He interviewed me and wrote this great article about me and my life. I'm getting lots of attention for it because actually it's a really good comprehensive interview about me, which I haven't seen in a lot. I do so many different things. So I know for interviewers it's really tough. For some people, they pick me for certain things that I do. Like I've done stuff for my organizing, stuff for my podcasting, stuff for my life coaching, stuff for my music. This one's one of the first ones it covers a little bit of everything. So I've had people tell me, now I kind of know what you do. Like people don't know what I do. They don't know what I do. I mean, they know I'm in Hollywood doing something. They know I kind of organize things. They don't know what it is. So this interview is very comprehensive. So I'm getting lots of attention on it. So thank you to Jimmy Reno, everybody, and Daily Planet DC for the article. So I thought it was kind of great. So people, if you want to know what I do, kind of, You get an idea of what I'm doing. Um, but yeah, but yesterday for my, how old we are, for my, a lot of help, I talked about being fat. And I use the word fat because I think that's, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think that's, it's fine. Calling myself that, and I'm saying it, and I'm not downing myself, and I'm saying it with kind of a certain pride and sense that I know where I'm at in my life right now, and I got myself here. I'm not blaming anybody else or anything. I'm just saying that there are circumstances that led to this, but I know I can control from now on. Now that I'm aware of it, where to go from here. And that's kind of what life's about, right? It's about looking at yourself honestly, taking stock of what's going on. Again, you can't look at anybody else. You have to look at yourself, because you look at everybody else, you start to say, screw it, who cares? Why am I trying this? You start doubting, you start making questions. You have to like not like everybody else. And that's in everything. I mean, that's just in everything. Hi, Shanika Freeman. Weight loss gains a journey. You're on your own time, enjoying life, loving yourself is what matters. It's very true. We're the hardest on ourselves. People can say all kinds of stuff to you, all kind of stuff to you, but you are the hardest on yourself, right? That's the thing. You people say anything to me, but they can't say anything more harsh to me than I can say to myself. And a lot of times that's the problem, because our inner voice is saying stuff that makes us go, I'm getting the ice cream. Screw it. Who cares? I mean, I don't got a man or a woman or whatever in my life. Who cares? I'm gonna get the ice cream. You don't want to do that. You want to like not do that. You want to tell yourself, I love you. This is tough, James, right? This is tough. Talk to yourself. This is tough, but I can make it through. If I have a piece of bread, I'm not going to die. It's going to be okay. If I slip, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up afterwards with that too. That's another thing too. Like you go, okay, people say, oh, cheat days, cheat days. So you have the pizza, then you feel bad after you ate it. But then you should have it. Then that makes it even worse. It's like, have the pizza, enjoy it. So okay, well, today I have pizza. Then for the next 2 or 3 days, you say, I'm not gonna eat like that. I'm gonna make sure that I'm good, and on track. And there's always just times where you can avoid certain things. Like, just like, well, I'm just gonna, it's part of this. The rest of it is good, but this one little small part maybe have a little more sugar than it should have in it. Eat it anyway. Fuck it. Eat it. Eat it. I still eat barbecue sauce. I don't care. I had barbecue sauce on some pork chops the other day. I don't care. I was like, I'm gonna have it. Everything else was healthy. I had leafy greens and everything else. I was like, you know what? I want some barbecue sauce. I had the barbecue sauce. I just don't care. Yeah, talk to yourself. I talk to myself all the time. We have great conversations. But that's the thing. Is like you have to, because we create the chatter inside. So a lot of times, or we'll take what someone else says and add it to our chatter. So you have to figure out a way to like not do that, because we're in constant comparison mode now with social media. I'm crying. Oh my God, my life. I'm just kidding. There's constant social media where it's completely in our face. So and so is important. Why aren't where flash washboard abs, hanging out with everybody, flexing, their thing. You're wondering like how they get there. I do ever see from here once in a while. I will get to the point where I have a couple of friends who it's like they're always traveling. Like, do you have a job? Like, do you even work? Like, what? I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. It's like, how are you always traveling? I have to remind myself, everybody's pages are curated too. We create our own page. So we post what we choose, we post on our pages. So you can actually have a page where it seems like all you do is travel. I have folks have pages where all they do is show off their bodies. I have pages where all they do is show off their music. Like, you can curate your page. I mean, that's what I do. I choose what goes on my pages. I'm very methodical on what I'm going to post as a picture versus what I'm going to put in my story. I think about all that. And so it's so everybody does it. So I have to remind myself, a lot of them are showing their best parts of their life, or they're trying to show us or trying to act like this is they're having a great life. So I've had many people I know too who end up, we found out later they were not happy for one reason or another. And in some cases, very sadly, take their own life. And you're like, it just seemed so happy yesterday, but you don't know. And social media is not always the greatest gauge. So on my pages, I try to be very honest to a point, and I have some privacy. I'm gonna tell everything. None of your goddamn business. You don't get anything from me. But I do share a lot of myself, LOTT. And I do choose certain aspects. It could be a family thing. It could be I'm feeling bad today. Again, I'm talking about being fat. It could be something really great that happens. It could be an interview I do. I mean, it's like it's all my garden. I try to share all kinds of different parts of me, so you get pieces of me. And so some of you may think you know me. You kind of do in some way. I mean, I'm kind of what you see, what you get. There's not really much else to give you. Like I said, I have some privacy, a few things that are private, obviously, but for the most part, I am what you see is what you get. Here's why I'm successful, because I just kind of I let it hang out there, and a lot of subjects are not off limits. So talk about it. I talk to you guys out there all the time on different various platforms, and I have friends who are going through tough times right now. They're going through tough emotional times, and I try to be there for them when I can. But I know in the end, it's up to them. I can only listen so much, and it's really up to them. And that's not. It's not. Sometimes listening is the best thing to just be a soundboard. Listen. Don't interject. Don't say anything. Just sit there. And some folks, they do need some guidance. So I'll give some advice if they ask. But it's a tough thing. Everyone's going through something. So I just try to be compassionate and go, okay, I'm here if you need. I can only do so much, but I can only do what you want me to do and let me do. The rest is up to you. It really, really is. Like this morning, this is a mocha. So obviously chocolate has sugar in it. I don't care. But it has almond milk. I can't do regular milk because of my lactose intolerance. It's good. And I don't feel bad drinking it. I don't feel bad drinking it. So we do that. So I'm doing that. So yeah. I'm still on my stay vacation, so to speak. I'm still the rest of this week until the 7th. The 8th will probably be my kind of return to the world. I was still working on some things, but not in a pace or pacing that I normally do. I felt like I was on a hamster wheel, just going and going and going and going and going and going. And I had to jump off. I worked very hard this year, emotionally and physically, and for a year and a half. I didn't rest during the pandemic, so I was busy doing stuff. I'm tired, and I thought telling people my life. I'm tired. People still call me. People still ask me stuff. I'm choosing to respond or not. I'm tired. I have nothing to give people at the moment. A little bit. I only have very little to give, and it's okay. I worked very hard. No one can deny James Hutchinson does not work. He works. And even during this kind of staycation vacation, I've done a few shows like this. I did the Daytime Emmy special. I'm not doing any soap shows this weekend or next weekend. We'll be back later. I know there's a lot going on in soaps, but I'm tired. We do the soap shows every week, just about. They're 52 weeks a year. We don't get breaks. So all of us who do soap stuff, we're tired because we're not just watching the show, we're analyzing it. We're having to put shows together. It's a lot of work for us. We enjoy it. We like doing it, but it's a lot of work getting guests, all that stuff. It's a lot of work. And people need to understand that sometimes you need a break. You need a break. And I need a break. And I'm writing a little note to myself about something I need to look up later. And so it's nothing against you guys or anybody else. Just that, and some fans are okay, of course, with it, and some fans are mean about it, of course, and give me attitude. That's fine. Give me attitude. I don't really care. My thing is, I'm a human being. I'm not a robot. All of us, not just me, my co-hosts, we're not robots. We can't just turn on when anybody wants us to. We appreciate anybody who watches my stuff. My stuff's very successful. I'm very happy about it. I've been doing it for 6 years. I love it. But also, give us our breaks. Let's have some downtime. we do understand that we've created a space for you once a week to talk about your favorite show. We don't take that lightly at all, obviously. That's why I work so hard to bring you guests and bring people on the show and do all this stuff and specials and things, because we love doing it. We want to bring it to you so you can have this experience. We're one of the few networks that does live in studio content with usually guests from talent from the shows. Ourselves, Dishin Days does it. Michael Fairman does it. Alan Locker does it. Not that many others that are soap related. Yes, you can't be productive when you're burnt out. You can't. And what's been great though, me taking time off, I've actually written a series on at my leisure. It was like this. I have a series I wrote called The Email, and it's gonna be a 4-episode series. And I have this guy. I'm almost finishing up the 4th episode. I wrote 3 songs, wrote a couple of poems, but all at my leisure. It's like I was laying around, and I was by a pool the other day, wrote it. So it's very much not that I'm sitting here like I normally do, and I got to bang this out and get it ready. It was like, oh, it's 2:00 in the afternoon. I feel some inspiration. I'll write it, and that's what's been great. That's what's been amazing. It's been fun. But if someone said, James, and I have people calling me, people ask me questions, I want to talk. I'm like, I'm not in the mood. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to do this. Now, because of the whole Jimmy Kimmel situation, and because of other stuff, I had some popularity. So I've been interviewed on a few shows recently, and I said yes to those because I do. Don't burn yourself out. Everyone needs a break to regroup. The passion starts to feel like a chore. We need that break. It's very true. All true. Everybody's saying it's true. It is. I love doing this. I love what I do. I'm very blessed. All those words you want to use, I love it. I don't take it for granted. I get to talk to people of all walks of life. I get to laugh while show. I said this in my interview with Daily Planet DC. I am creating the world I want to see. And doing these shows, doing these audio dramas, it's so much fun to record. I have some great actors. And I want to give a shout out to all my actors on my various shows, because they've been calling or texting or emailing, what's going on? What's going on? Because I didn't make a big announcement. I just didn't. I just was like, I'm going to just slide out and I'll be back at some point. Well, if anybody asks me what's going on, I always respond. To know what's going on. Here's what's funny, you guys. Side note also, the Hearties. I've been actively doing this kind of challenge. I've been actively doing this challenge where I actually have been talking about the When Cost Art show and trying to speak intelligently about what's going on. And they are just going back and forth. And I'm like, my whole thing has been, this was soap fans, this is with any kind of fandom. I will always side with people who are creators of content. I may not agree with everything they do, but I'll always side with them in the fact that we make choices, all of us make choices for art. Some choices work and some don't. Some choices work for certain people and some don't work for certain people. So it's like, I will never, ever tell a content creator, you need to apologize for what you wrote, or you need to change this or change. I agree stuff too. My job is to analyze shows. So trust me, I say stuff. But I've been watching this fandom, the Hearties, just rip themselves to shreds, and some of the behavior is so, I just can't even believe it. And I'm not seeing anything productive happening. So I've been trying to be the voice of reason, and it's worked on some level, but I've also gained a lot of followers recently just because I've been doing that, because I've been actually being active on Twitter. I usually don't do that. I don't do that with soap Twitter or anything because it's too crazy. I usually don't do that. But I thought just going to try it. And it's been really interesting the last couple of weeks to do this at my leisure because I'm just like at home. I could be driving to San Pedro. I'm like, oh, what they say? And I answer back. But I've tried to take the high ground, try to be compassionate, and take what people, I will never say to anybody, it's just a show. I may think that on some level, but I will never do it because people do invest a lot into shows. And especially with soap operas, they're on 5 days a week and they're generational. So many people really take them closely to their hearts. Some of them have saved their lives, some of them have gotten them through tough times. So these shows are not just a show, it's something that they feel closely to. But what they have to remember, though, on the flip side of that is a soap makes a choice. You don't have to like it. You can totally voice your opinion and say, I don't like it. But it's how you voice it. Is it constructive criticism or are you just being rude? That's when they start tagging actors and producers. Like, there's one way to get your point across and say, now me even saying this to you, I don't supposed to be like, well, it's none of your business. You can't tell us how to respond. I can't tell you how to respond. I'm just saying, for me, I like people who do healthy debates or who express themselves in a way just like, I didn't care for this storyline. I thought it was blank, blank, and blank. But you understand the actors have to act the storyline. They don't have any say in the storyline. They're doing their job. The writers chose something. Well, you tell the writers, I don't really care for the storyline. I see it's a choice you made, but I just don't care for it. Life goes on. I mean, you don't have to go, you're horrible, I hope you die, and I hope your family dies too. Like, there's all these weird, heavy emotions coming out of this stuff that you're like, really? You're gonna say it to a writer because they broke up your couple? Or, I mean, it's like, shows are a business. I don't care what you say, they're a business. They have to make money, they have to be able to stay on the air. And there are a lot of times when just those with show choices also are trying to further a story. To write, because I do it now, to write a continuing story, you gotta see ahead of time too. You can't just write in the present. You gotta kind of see, well, if I do this choice, it will make this happen and this happen. If I do this choice, it may end right there. So a lot of thought does go into these things. I know some people think they switch up the end and they did this. I mean, I hear all of it, but to me, none of that really matters. They made their choices. Either you liked them or you didn't. They had the right to make the choices. You had a right to not like what they did, and life goes on. I mean, you just have to go, and you have a choice not to watch the show anymore. I don't watch Walking Dead anymore. I just stopped watching after season 8. I stopped it. It wasn't enjoyable for me, but I didn't attack the writers. I didn't attack the producers. I didn't attack the actors. I was just like, I'm out. Good luck to you. I'm out. And I think people just, and in my opinion, I think people just feel like verbal diarrhea. They're so upset and they want to be heard, because a lot of people just want to be heard and they want some attention. So they have to say the rudest things, the loudest things, because they have to, because they feel like they have to. This is the culture we're in right now. I have to say everything I'm saying, and everything I'm saying is valid. Screw you all. The way I'm saying is fine. And if you're the target of their ire, you can't respond back. It's just have to just take it and just go, okay, and that's it. Oh, yeah, it's Ryan Nielsen. Come on, big phone call. Oh, Ryan Nielsen. Hi, Ryan Nielsen. I know we haven't talked in a while. I know you're back in LA. I need to see you. I'm vaccinated. I need to see you. I've been out and about seeing people now. So I need to see you if you're in LA. We should get together and talk in person. See what's going on. That's Ryan Nielsen, folks. We do start. I can't do the Bad Batch. Oh, people ask me about it. I'm too busy. I thought I was able to do it. I'm watching it. I'm just too busy to do it. I've decided I have to save myself for certain Star Wars shows. There's certain Star Wars shows I'm going to have to do, series that I'm going to have to do and talk about. But Bad Batch has been fun to watch, and so I'm going to just continue watching it. Maybe one day I'll do it. Maybe I'll do a wrap up on my Darth Vader's Your Father show. I'll do a wrap up of it or something, overall thing. And Ryan, I'll call you on that. We'll do that together. But I'm just kind of like, right now, I just don't have time to do it. Anyway, so, but yeah, no, it's I think people need to understand that there are you make decisions. We're all right not to like them, but I just understand where that line of debate and then just rudeness has changed. So we have to figure that out. We have to figure out what that is. We can't just have people just screaming at each other. It doesn't solve anything. It really doesn't. Look at my hair. My hair's not solving anything either. Um, I just washed it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this thing. It's just like I have lots of hair. That's crazy. But it's just one of those things. I just think so. I've been dealing with the Hardy stuff. The Jimmy Kimmel stuff, of course, is still rolling in. I saw like Gavin Newsom, our governor, was a lone audience member. So I got some attention from that because they know, oh my God, you should have James. I know Gavin Newsom actually. Gavin and I go way back from my days in San Francisco. I was an activist and was involved in the community in San Francisco. So Gavin and I go back at least 20 years. So I do know Gavin Newsom. So that's a whole other story. Whatever you feel about him in California, how you feel about him and stuff. It's kind of a coincidence that he went on. I actually know him from years and stuff that I did. But he was on. The Jimmy Kimmel family's been really kind to me since. Really nice. They're following me on social media. I've talked to some producers since then. The staff has been really wonderful to me, and I have nothing but good things to say about them and the experience. I wear my jacket all the time. I'm getting recognized here and there for it. You're that guy. That was that. Remember? I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. I was on Jimmy Kimmel Live May 12th. I made history on television. I was the first vaccinated and just period audience member that was not from the staff on the show after 14 months. You can go on my pages and watch some of the clips and see them. And I had people on the Sykes, and it was a really fun experience. It was very surreal. And I'm writing a book on it, of course, as part of another book. I got a lot of books I'm writing too. A lot of books I'm writing. A lot of books I'm writing. A lot. LOTT. Yeah, I have one book coming out this in June, coming out too, the Closet series book. So that's going to be coming out. But I have a bunch of books. I have one book that's been 4 years in the making. 4 years in the making that will finally be coming out. Try to get out this month. I'm finishing it up, but it should be good. But we're working it out. Today is my day where I go through all of my. Thank you. I'm going to go through all of my shows, see which ones are hits, which are not hits, see what's going on there. I have a lot of recordings to start up again in a few weeks when I start doing it again. I have audio dramas out there. I mean, some of the newer ones are Fairview Heights and Manchester Avenue. I have a big casting thing I got to find for Manchester Avenue. No, Fairview Heights. I got to find actually. And then I have a lot of music coming out. I'm working on my next album. The album cover we're actually working on right now for it. And yeah, a lot of stuff going on. I do, but it's been fun waking up when I feel like it. It's been fun taking naps in the middle of the day. It's been amazing I've been going on some road trips because I'm finally leaving Los Angeles and doing other things. It's been a long time. It's been a year. I was at the beach the other day, which was so nice. It was a beautiful day at the beach, and a beach that was like kind of secluded down here in the South Bay area where I live, Rancho Palos Verdes, and it was just so nice. I went to San Pedro, went to Long Beach. I mean, it's just like it was so nice to kind of just be out and about, just kind of doing it. And yes, I'm going to see my kids and grandkids later this. Well, yes, this week is Monday. I'm thinking it's Sunday. Later this week, I'll be going to Sacramento. I already got teary-eyed a little bit the other day when I was thinking about it. I'm like, I'm going to see them after it's been a year and a half since I've seen them, since it was a holiday time 2019. And I was going to see them that week to see my granddaughter for her birthday, and the shutdown happened. I was like, oh my goodness. So I have not seen my grandbabies. I have not seen my daughters. I haven't seen anybody. I have a new grandchild I have not met yet. So it's been very interesting to go up there and see how my emotions are. I'm a crybaby these days anyway now. I'm a crybaby. So I'm very excited about that. I think now I'm going to go make my breakfast and watch some TV. I think is what I'm going to do. It's overcast outside, so actually it'd be a good time for me to water my garden. But I think I'll water my garden later today. I think I'm going to do that later today. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to let the day takes me to see what I'm going to do today. To see what's going to happen. What's going to do what I'm going to do. If you watch this channel tomorrow night, I am doing a special June 1st thing, Extra Connections. I have it's gonna be Latinx edition. Me, Leslie Colon, George Hermosa, Cesar R. Espino, and Josh Alonso will be talking 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, live, talking about Latin issues, Latino issues, content creation and life. I'm very excited. These are 4 wonderful people in my life that I want you guys to know if you don't know them already. And it's been very exciting. You guys really enjoyed the one I did with the Black men a few weeks ago with Tony Moore, Brandon Larkins, Adam Woods, and Full Voice. So you tune into this. Is gonna be good. Tune this one's gonna be good. And Full Voice and I saw each other yesterday for the first time, so in a year. So that was good to see him. So I'm getting back out there, seeing all my friends and stuff, and getting that going. But everyone, please have a great day. JLJ this morning is on. Let's see, where is it? It's on Facebook. There's a Facebook page. It's on Twitter. So go there for that. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for watching this. This is 41 minutes. I didn't know I was gonna do that long. And if you're in the Midwest, go to Come and Go. They have some great stuff there. I guess you go there and do that. But everybody, please